Good morning. Good morning. I hope that you can see me well. Yes, I am driving to work this morning. I hope your night and your evening was well. Hope everything was all good. Today is Wednesday, and sometimes I like to get on here and talk about wellness, talk about our mental health, talk about our state of mind. And today's topic on Wellness Wednesday is about depression. How many of us have experienced depression? I know that I have felt like I was in a state of depression at one time. Sometimes you want to say, oh, I've never been depressed. I've never felt things like that before. But depression literally means feeling sad, having lack of energy. And I'll go more into that as I get into the video. There are times when things happen in your life that you just can't get over. You just can't shake that melancholy. You just can't shake the sadness. And therein lies the state of depression, the beginning of the state of depression. Now, on this Wellness Wednesday, I just want to ask you a few questions. Have you ever felt sad? Do you know how to identify when you're feeling sad or when you're feeling like you're depressed? Do you know the symptoms? Do you know the signs? Are you having a lack of energy, a lack of interest in things? Do you feel like things are just worthless for you and you just don't want to do it anymore? If you answer yes to some of those questions or all of those questions, then I'm going to tell you that you are experiencing or you have experienced depression. We all get a little depressed sometimes. We get down because things didn't go our way, or we feel like things never happened the way they need to happen. And I'm not going to say that that's life or part of that is life, but it doesn't mean that you have to constantly go through phases of sadness. Okay, you don't have to do that. There are many things that can help you out of that state of mind. I'm going to take a break right now, and I'm going to get back to you in a little bit because I want to make sure that I get all of this to you. So this is a part one. Part two is going to come in a moment. So just stay tuned. Hi, everyone. I'm back. I said it was going to be a part two, but it's not necessarily a part two. I just needed to stop the video for a moment. Safety comes first. But I wanted to come back and say that just because you may be feeling low, have a low mood, doesn't necessarily mean that you're depressed. But the definition, depression can have multiple meanings. And is basically stating that the definition of depression could be being in a low mental state, right? A low mood. I have wrote it down, and since I'm at a stop sign, I will definitely put it down that depression could have multiple meanings, which I've already stated. Okay, have multiple meanings regarding your mental health. It can make you feel like you just want to be withdrawn from everyone. You don't feel like doing anything. You feel like your life is a failure. And so you just want to go within yourself and not participate in society, not do the things that you like to do. You start to lose interest in everything, lack of appetite, no energy. You just feel like everything is hopeless. But I'm here to tell you that you can find ways to come out of your depression. If you feel like you've been in a depressed state, if you feel like you're very sad, sometimes if you feel like it's too much, it's best to seek out your local doctor. And I'm meaning like psychotherapy, like a psychiatrist or a counselor or a therapist in your city, to talk to them about your feelings. They may make a couple suggestions. They may say you need to take medication. they may say, you may say to them, oh, I don't want to do medication. How about I do a non-medicinal approach? So then they may say, work on exercising. Exercising helps to relieve symptoms of depression. Changing your appetite. Getting around more, not just socially conscious people, but people who can lift you up. Things like that. Learning ways to manage and cope with your sadness. Learning to get involved in things that can move you and help you to come out of that state of depression. No, I'm not going to sit here on this video and tell you that it's easy, because it's not. It's all a matter of your mindset and what you feel is important. What you feel as a person is important enough to change. You have to ask yourself some questions. 1, how did I get into this state? 2, how long do I want to stay here? And 3, is it doing anything to change my life? Then you have to ask yourself a set of new questions. 1, how can I get out of this state? 2, how can I change it? And 3, how do I stay out of it? How do I find the things to make me happy? I do want to say this as a tip and a note for you. No one and nothing can make you happy. Happiness comes from within. But you might say, Keysha, I'm not happy. I have no happiness inside because of different things that have happened in my life, decisions that I have made, people that have done me wrong, people that I thought I trusted, but I can't trust them anymore. So now I don't know where to turn, and I feel like I don't have anyone to depend on. And that may very well be true. And this is when I'm going to tell you, as a social worker and a person who works with people, to try to show them another way, give them another, try to be, do interventions with them and give them another way to see things. I'm going to say, what is it that you like to do? And let's see how we can work on building that up one step at a time to help you. Do you like to listen to music? Do you like to read? And I know sometimes when we're sad and in a depressed state, we withdraw from everything. But you have to look within yourself and say to yourself, I want to seriously make a change. That is the first step. And once you have identified that you want to make that change, next comes the work. Next comes the seeking help, because there are people out there that can help you. I'm not going to get on here and say that I'm a psychologist or anything like that, but I have studied. See, when you're studying to be a social worker, you have to learn about the mind. You have to learn psychoeducation. You have to learn psychology. You have to learn all these things so that you can effectively help your client, the person that you're working with. You have to learn motivational interviewing so that you can know how to talk to the individual and how to state the question, not, asking them how they feel, or how they can get out the situation, but what other ways do you see change in your situation? You know what I'm saying? Not allowing the person or talking to the person in a way that they feel like they're being blamed for the situation, but actually talking to them in a way where you're repeating what they say and you're making them feel like they are important and what they have to say is important. And that's what you want to look for in a counselor, social worker, therapist, or whoever you're looking for to assist you in getting out of this place or this state of mind that you're in. I want to really, really implore you. I want to really, really, encourage you to look for someone in your city or in your neighborhood that can help you move to the next level in your life. They can help you elevate yourself, that can help you get out of this place that you feel that you have found yourself in. Because like I said, we all have moments of sadness. I have. And I can safely say and honestly say, because I'm being transparent right now, that I feel like I have experienced depression myself many times. But because of the type of person that I am, I found ways to work through that without having to say, I think I need medication. For myself, I learned to talk it out, talk to people. And this is what I also do. I write everything down in my journal, because it helps me to write out my feelings, to write out, what my inner being is saying. And that also helped me to really examine why I'm having these feelings of sadness. And that is something else you might want to do. You might want to examine where this is all coming from. Because we all as human beings have some type of emotional, physical, and psychological trauma sometimes that we just can't get over. And sometimes it causes bouts of sadness. It causes us to have low moods where we just want to be alone. And that's not to say that just because I want to be alone today that I'm sad or that I'm depressed. Sometimes we just want to be by ourselves so we can think and close out the outside noise in the world, right? And that's okay, because we want to always reset ourselves. And the best way to reset yourself is sometimes to separate yourself from others, from things. Recently somebody said that they're going to come off of social media for a while. And sometimes it's good to separate yourself off of social media, because social media can be a lot of clatter, a lot of noise. And sometimes you have to separate the good from the bad. And it can become very exhausting and tiring for some of us. I look at social media as, even though I'm on social media, I look at social media as not just a place to get your thing out there that you want to get out to the people. Like, I have a business, so I see social media as a platform to kind of get my business out there, even though I don't talk about it much on this platform. I will start talking about it a little bit more. And, I do have a video of myself making jewelry. I'm going to start talking more about other things that I am doing, my digital products and things like that. I have not really showcased the digital products yet, even though I've been making them since last year. And I think that YouTube is a good platform to segue into teaching y'all or telling y'all about that part of my business. Nonetheless, this topic today is really about, it's Wellness Wednesday, and this topic today is about, finding ways out of depression or sadness or low moods. There is help for you out there. There's help for everyone. You just have to make up in your mind that you want to help and that you're ready for it, and not let anyone force you into getting the help that you may need or you desire. Okay? So I just want to tell you that I'm going to put down below a list of identifiers, things that you can identify, symptoms that can tell you, and you can look at it and see, okay, I do have those symptoms. Let me talk to my doctor. I'm also going to put a list down of ways that you can do to come out of depression that is non-medicinal. And I'm going to also put down some resources for you of where you can get some assistance and some help. I still admonish you to go to a city, in the city that you live in, go to a medical professional near you, because I'm in Pennsylvania, I'm in Philadelphia, and therefore in the city that I'm in, we have many different mental health agencies that are here to assist those that need the help. So I admonish you to go to an agency in your city and call around and just talk and find out who you can speak to. If you feel that you cannot speak to a family or a friend. And guess what? Sometimes talking to a stranger can also help uplift you. So don't always think that when you want to get that out, you want to release that tension in your mind and in your body, that they always have to be someone you know. So I want you to try your best to live intentionally, to live on purpose, and find the happiness that you are seeking for within yourself. And if you can't find it, then have someone or find someone that can help you bring it back. Until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and before I get off, we know the drill. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, like this video, and leave me a comment. Leave a comment and tell me whether or not you have experienced depression or have felt depressed, but not necessarily had depression, or felt a low mood or sadness. Okay? And, just connect with me that way. Let's have a conversation. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.